Okay, so this video has no, well, it's going to have a little bit of chemistry content about the course, but I wanted to do a sort of a generic video. I don't know, I guess for people who are new to my channel, feels weird saying that, but who are new to the channel or have been on it before, just a few bits, I guess sort of like housekeeping, best way to contact me, stuff like that. Just because I've kind of felt over the last little while not done a great job at managing some of that. So anyway. The best way to contact me is through Twitter, like this little bird is saying. Twitter's much more easy to use. If any of you have got YouTube channels, it's a pooling system. Basically, the corner of Chrome, you get a little notification, and they send you an email, which is all very well, but it's really hard, basically, to look through. It's really, really hard, essentially, to see the comments and to work out actually what's going on. It's a nightmare. So the best thing is Twitter. Twitter's really good in terms of replies and all the rest. If you say something to Twitter to me, then I can say something back to you, and it's a very, very easy sort of 1-2 type situation. YouTube's very bad, particularly when someone posts a comment, but then I reply. The reply from someone else to that comment then almost just kind of goes sort of into the ether somewhere, and it's just really, really hard to sort of to acknowledge. So Twitter's much easier. In all honesty, to contact me and all the rest. So if you do have any questions or you have any problems or any issues or anything, get in touch with that. I'm happy if your comments still to it. I'm not going to turn comments off, because in the past I've seen some really great things, people helping each other out in comments of videos, and I'm really happy for that to go on, and that's fantastic. And I may get involved every now and again, I don't know, but it's become a little bit sort of too difficult, whereas at the start it was much more manageable. Even if there's, say, 30 comments a day, it's quite hard to keep on top of that. As soon as if you're a week out, you've got 200 comments to reply to, it's quite an onerous thing, and then I feel bad if I leave someone out. So if I just leave everyone out, I feel less bad. But anyway, so Twitter's the easiest way to do it. In terms of the actual channel itself, the way it works, I've tried to split it. Let's see if I can go on here. Where is it? Just uploaded the video. There you go. I've tried to upload it. This is completely not the one I'm supposed to go on. Where am I going? Here we go. So I've tried to do it so it works in a reasonably sort of simple way. In that this video that I'm doing now will go there. It's like Inception in videos. And for some reason this keeps wanting to change its name back to this. But anyway, essentially the way I've tried to do it is so that all of the topics that are within the 3 sections, which is physical, inorganic and organic, those topic sections are all in here, basically, all as playlists. If you can't find a video, go through the videos bit, search, try. I don't know how you search, to be honest, in YouTube. I have absolutely no idea how it works. I'm assuming you can somewhere. Look for a video first, try and work out which section it would go into, look in that section. So the A-level now only consists of this big lump, this lump, this lump, and then there's some papers as well, and I've got some other smaller bits there. That's these 3 big lumps here. Have a look through there. If there's nothing in there, then ask for it, or whatever, and I'll happily try and get stuff made. I am trying to get stuff made all the time. Work's very busy. This obviously isn't my sort of full-time job is the problem, so it does take me more time than it does to other people, because I just can't rely on this as my sole source of income. It'd be quite nice if I could, but I can't. So that's basically how it works. It's important, really, I think, that you know how this structure works, so that the kinetics side, so the Maxwell-Boltzmann stuff is in 3.1.5 kinetics. You don't know the numbers, but that's within the physical section. The transition metals within the inorganic section, and all the rest of it. I think it's important that you know where stuff is, and then if you look for it, it should be really, really simple and clear. And you can see there that I've got, obviously, in here you've got the playlists and all that done. It should all be nice and straightforward, hopefully. So have a look in there. That's how I've tried to lay this out. As I say, any problems, get on Twitter and let me know if there's anything that you particularly want me to cover and all the rest, and I'll do that and sort it out. What I thought would look at, well, just sort of run through quite quickly. That's my little duration thing. Here we go. So colourful. See how long I spent me doing this. I chose a different colour, but this is the course structure. Okay, this is one of the course structures. So here you go. This is one part of it. What you can see here is that this is for the AS Now, I don't know what schools are doing now. Well, I know what my school's doing, obviously. If I didn't, that'd be terrible. I'd be the worst teacher ever. My school is not doing ASs. I think a lot of schools have followed that particular suit. We're not doing ASs. We'll do some sort of mock at the end of the first year, which is what used to be the AS year, which is now just called year 1. And then we'll go into year 2, and they'll have an exam at the end of year 2. And I'll show you how that's a slightly different format. If you're on an AS format, okay, you've got to know which the topics. Certainly my page is not laid out to differentiate between AS and A level. Like, I physically can't just organise it in that way, and it becomes very confusing. So it's up to you to really work out what's where. Do ask me on Twitter what's there, but the specification, and this is just where I've got this from, it's just from the specification from AQA's website. It's 7404 and 5, I think, is the specification you're looking at. But it tells you what's on which paper. Almost identical papers, same number of marks, 80 on each. Topics are split. The general split is that one has inorganic, the other has organic, and then physical is split between the two. And it kind of harks back to the old style AS, where you had things like some of the energetic stuff is going to go on here. You've got amount of substance in each one. So you've got some similarities in the old system and some new things as well. That's how it's going to work. Now the big one, I think what's going to affect most people, is this one. And that's the fact that if you're doing the full A level, the split is different-ish. 3 papers versus 2. Each is 2 hours long. The last one is a smaller paper for a reason. The first 2 have no multiple choice questions. They are 105 marks of short and long answer questions in 2 hours. So you've got 120 minutes to do 105 marks worth of stuff. And these carry most of the weighting, you can see, because of the fact that they have more marks in them. Again, inorganic and organic are going to be split paper 1 and paper 2, with physical being split between the 2. Notice now there are more physical, inorganic and organic topics to split between the 3 of them, hence the fact that it's a longer paper. But that will be now included within the AS content. It'll all form a nice gradual progression rather than it being separate standalone topics. Paper 3 is what's called a synoptic paper. And I'm going to write that down because I like the word synoptic. Synoptic. I'm going to put an exclamation mark. Just 2. Crazy. That essentially means anything from these 2 papers is game. You can be clever with your revision. You can say, right, I'm only going to revise the relevant topics for each paper for that particular exam. Fine, halves the work that you've got to do. Paper 3 is going to screw you for that, because actually you need to know everything for it, including all practical skills. These are going to have general practical skills, as is going to be in the AS as well, and that's going to be focusing particularly on your assessed practical. So titration, standard solutions, enthalpy stuff, all that jazz, crystallization, all that thing. Key part is this is going to be a nightmare. It also has, and you can see it's very heavily weighted towards practical here, with 40 marks being practical and 20 being that. 30 marks of multiple choice questions, so 30, I'd imagine, 1 mark multiple choice questions, which are actually quite tough. Now, you only have 90 marks there, and you've got 2 hours. You've got half hour? No, hold on a second. 120, 90. Yeah, you've got 30 minutes extra on this particular paper, which is quite generous. And people don't believe when I say this, multiple choice questions often are quite challenging actually with time-wise. If you've got 30 minutes left to do 30 multiple choice questions, you may be lucky and get it done if you've got some small ones. But sometimes multiple choice questions require you to work each answer out before you can get the right one. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes they're quite challenging. So this is the particular nature of where everything is laid out in. This is all in specifications. This is not secret special teacher stuff. This is all there for you to access. Again, any questions on any of this and on the course structure, do let me know, ideally through Twitter. I'll put it back up here. Beep, 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 beep. There is a link on my channel somewhere, but it's just Mr. E. Rintoul. Search that, I think Elliot Rintoul will find you as well. I'm the only person in the world called that, apparently. But yeah, that's the paper. So do look for the videos on there. I've tried to lay out the channel as clearly as I can. If there's anything you think could be improved, do let me know. Otherwise, again, I hope that has been of some help and clarified things, and also the course structure and all of that.